Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Monkey Brains Podcast. I'm Amber.
Yo.
Hey.
Yeah?
I'm Jam. Hi.
Hi. Why did that get you?
God.
Yeah, I said hi. Go on. Continue.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Is it my turn? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Guys, this
Hello,
is not a
folks.
bit.
I am the ocean lady something. Yeah.
I am the spirit man. I'm also the guy from Guilty Gear.
Spirit man.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I'm a bad guy, guys.
That was
And
so funny. I shit myself.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I need my audience to be 100% with me as I am 100% with them. Because I am
Are you doing
just
like a
first
sermon?
guy. Yeah.
It sounds
bow
like
your
you're doing a
heads.
sermon.
Welcome to the
Bow your-
Church of the Monkey Brains.
Bow your heads and pray with the banana in hand. Actually, actually, everybody have your communion banana and drink the coconut juice milk. Communion.
Coconut juice milk?
Donkey,
Communion?
No, yeah.
Donkey Kong died for our sins. All right.
This is like when Harambe.
Where is this going?
What the fuck? Yo, Harambe died for our sins. Now we have a church for Harambe. Peace be with her. Or him.
Amber was a
I
girl?
don't.
Let's go,
I don't
Reddit
remember.
Nation.
Oh. Oh wait, no. I think it was the other girl. I forgot where the other gorilla was. She lived longer, but I think she was depressed.
That's
You don't
Um,
say.
Yeah, monkeys and gorillas and all the lower class.
Remember to donate to the
Amphibians.
Monkey Mental Health Fund.
To support your local
Please donate
monkey.
to the Kickstarter page for the Monkey Mental Health Fund. It's really important
You
to
can
us.
find
get
the
a free-
fundraiser in the comments below.
You'll get a
We'll be
free
doing
spoiled
we'll be
chocolate
doing a
milk.
Kickstarter and a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
every
if you donate
for
$4.
every $100, we'll feed another banana to River.
Wait, pause. Hold on.
If we hit
Wait a fucking
$500, we will let River have 10 minutes of outside cage time. Let's go.
Yeah.
What the hell is happening? This wasn't meant for me. Hold on. Wait, no.
Welcome back, River.
Well, we need to have some sort of donation incentive to like sweeten the pot. So
In a minute.
I
I kind of
don't
realized something.
deserve this. Hang on.
River. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. You were in the last episode. I'm stupid. That was your.
Yeah.
Was the last week's episode the official return of River?
Yes.
or
No?
no.
No, there's an episode before that.
The
Yeah.
episode before that.
Oh, that's right. There was an episode before that, and then the guest episode.
Yeah.
I might have not been there because I went to a Kendrick Lamar concert.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
They not like that. They not like that. Oh my god, it was a fucking awesome concert. I want to talk about that for a minute because it's so
I saw-
awesome.
Sorry, go ahead.
There's also people on
Yeah.
Twitter talking about it.
Yeah. The concert actually started with a DJ set from Mr. Mustard himself, the guy that produces a good sum of what Kendrick does like now, and what he's been doing for the past few years. Like Mustard is and the DJ set was crazy. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Oh my god, me and my little brother, we were fucking going crazy on that shit. And then Kendrick came out after the DJ set, and oh my god, it like very like high key, high energy type shit with low key like low key beats, like the one where you sampled the da 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 da. I think that one was Squabble Up. I think that's what it was. I think he played like that in like the first couple of songs, and then it switched to SZA, and she has like rappy stuff of her own, but she too is like a very like deep thinker when it comes to like her music and stuff like that, and so me personally, she has like more. She has more of like a emotional flow when it comes to her rapping, and most of her songs did that. In fact, a couple of like more recent songs that she did perform, and oh my god, um from like playing these crazy like flickers of like life and death motifs, bugs and shit from what SZA has been doing in her own like EP to um to fucking Mustard coming out on stage and rapping some shit with fucking Kendrick, SZA bringing out fucking Doja Cat. Oh my god, it was so fucking crazy. And obviously, Not Like Us went fucking dummy hard. Dummy crazy. Everybody was like, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Like, everyone was singing that shit. Like, it got fucking loud. Um, One thing I will say about my personal experience is that that was my first ever concert. And
Really?
I was originally going to buy a Modelo beer and drink it while I was listening to the thing. But when I first bought me and my little brother some pizza, because he paid for the tickets, I gotta, I gotta do something, right? He said it was for my birthday,
You
but
make it sound like you don't want to contribute. Like, he paid for the ticket. I gotta do something.
I mean, it's the least that I can do because it's like he takes me to my first fucking concert. By the way, tickets are not cheap.
No, they're not.
They're like fucking a few $100s per ticket. Um, and so I gotta at least like try to repay by buying snacks and stuff like that. Me and him, we got like a small miniature pizza. Each of them was like fucking $14-15 for just like a little like square. It's kind of like the $5 like deep oven pizzas that you can get as like a $5 lunch combo at Little Caesars. It's that size, but it's fucking three times the price because concert food is expensive. And I was gonna go and buy a Modelo. I turned 21 not too long ago. I look at the price. 22 fucking dollars for a domestic beer. Out.
They
I
domesticate
was
My
beer.
God.
I was yeah, I guess so. I guess they domesticated so much to where they literally quadrupled the normal retail price like MSRP. Um but I ended up buying two waters which actually costed me like $15 for two waters.
My God.
Yeah, no, I spent like $50 on food and it wasn't even that much. But I mean, even then, I enjoyed the concert. It was really cool. And then, you know what? I'm gonna complain about the pizza. That shit was so like whack because the pizza was mainly dough. There was like one. It wasn't even like a thing of sauce on it. It was like if somebody dipped like a basting brush into a jar of marinara sauce and just like lightly coated the bread and then sprinkled a little bit of cheese on top with a couple of pepperonis that like turn into like little cups because they have like a little bit of hot honey on them or some shit. I don't know. Those pizzas were whack. The water was okay. It's the purified water, so it's not really my taste. I'm more of a mineral water type of guy. But the experience in the actual concert was fucking nuts. It was insane. Oh my god. Um, and since this is a bustling city, I will be trying to attend another concert. I don't know when because I'm in a financial rut right now, but we'll see what happens, you know? But yeah, go to concerts. Do great things. Live your life. Living beautiful life.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I'm going to a concert in like 2 weeks or something.
Ooh, who is it? Who is it?
My mom is like a lifelong Shakira fan, so
Oh shit.
we're going to one of her concerts because she bought tickets for it like almost like 4 months ago.
Is she going to your town or is she coming to like
I
someplace
think
like
she's
Las
going to San
Vegas?
Diego.
San Diego. Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be my
So
first
we
concert too.
so we fucking move over here to a different city and now you're going to San Diego again? This is bullshit.
Bro, what do you mean? I went to San Diego.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I went to San Diego like every day, like the last 7 months or so. What do you
No.
mean?
7 months? Really?
Yeah, my school is near San Diego.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. That's true. I forgot about that. My fault. My fault. Original gangster. My bad. um, but yeah, no, Shakira is fucking
Oh, he
you know.
loves the music. It's gonna be fun.
So it's gonna be fun. Like there's gonna be dancing motherfuckers. Like crazy dancing
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
I'm gonna take your advice though. I'm not gonna buy any food over there.
Oh yeah, I recommend eating before you go.
Yeah, that's
Um,
probably gonna be the play.
and if anything, I don't think they let you bring your own water. I would recommend buying water. It's overpriced, but it's not like bad. It's overpriced for water, which is really bad. But would you? But me personally, I was down to pay like $7 for like a bottle of water that they put into a cup. So I had to drink while I was watching the concert because we were there at like 6:30 or something like that, and then we left at around oh my god, we left at around like midnight. I want to say,
I see.
yeah, um, yeah, we left at around midnight, and so I had already long drank my drink, and so I was dehydrated, and then there's actually like a Tacos El Gordo that's like nearby our house, really good taco place. But late at night, when it's after a concert and after a bunch of other entertainment, there's a shit ton of people at Tacos El Gordo at fucking midnight. We waited like 45 minutes in line in order to get all the tacos that we needed. And since my dad is cool with like one of the people, I think he gave him like a tip or something like that. Um, we ended up getting all of our tacos instead of just the tacos in the designated line area. So it made it go from a possible 1 hour and 15 minute wait line or line wait to like a 45 minute wait. Because everyone wants fucking carne asada. A lot of people want pastor. Not that many people want tripas.
Yeah, that tracks.
But I like tripas. I like that milky taste that it comes with. Like that's my shit right there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
You two know what tripas are, right?
What
Amber?
is?
Tripas.
Yeah, I do.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Guts, cow guts.
It's
Oh.
specifically
Yeah.
like the udders, like the cow udders.
Yeah, no, thank you. No,
Yeah,
no,
I'll pass.
you can keep them to
I'm
yourself.
a
So.
nasty little hoe.
I'm with Jim on this one. I'm with Jim on this one. You can keep that to yourself. I'm
Yeah, you
not.
can keep that.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is that if all five of us or all four of us we go and get some tacos and it has tripa tacos, I'm gonna get all tripa tacos because I love them.
The power to
I
you.
or maybe I'll get half tripa, half carne asada because I love carne asada. That's my ride or die. But tripas is just surprisingly really good. Like it's for me it's criminal on how a slightly milky taste on meat can go so well with salsa fresca, avocado, some limon. Like that, it goes hard. It goes hard.
I think those kinds of
You're in your
foods
corner,
are
man.
like those kinds of foods to me are always like I could believe that those kinds of things could taste good because a lot of food is just depends on how you prepare it. However, by pure principle, I do not want to eat it.
I mean, that's fair because like not that many people want to eat fucking cow guts or cow udders. You know, the shit where the milk comes from. But if you ever do try it, it's pretty fucking good.
You know,
It's
pretty fucking good.
what is pretty fucking good.
Mama just brought me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it's fucking kicking ass right now, and I love it. So, shout out to my mother.
Happy birthday
but,
to your
like,
mother.
What if it was peanut butter, jelly, and cow guts? Would it be better?
There are some things that are not.
ruined my day.
No, there's some things that are just like they're meant to go together, and then other foods that should not go together. And I believe that it falls into the latter category. So, yeah.
Where's your sense of exploration?
That's ironic coming from you.
Where's your sense of risk taking?
Yeah, River. Yeah.
I have a sense of risk taking.
What are you, a pussy?
I would hope.
You know what? Type shit.
Listen, it's hello, Fia.
Hey,
You're
Fia.
welcome.
Hello.
Fashionably. I'm very
Fashionably.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
No.
We don't know who
Okay.
you are.
Who are you?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Massive. Why are you so? Why are you You acted like I was like I took out a gun. I was like, you're gonna fucking remember who I am. I know what 1 + 1 is, and you better not forget it.
No. What is it?
2.
No.
What did you think?
I'm
it was?
Fia. I know everything, and I'm always right about everything.
Fuck. You're right.
Hello.
Hello.
What is the answer to life and meaning and everything?
Whatever.
That's so true. That is so based.
I had an answer. I'm not gonna say it.
Were you expecting like 42 or something with that one?
I was considering
I mean-
saying 42, but I forgot if it was 41 or 42, and I didn't want to fuck it up.
Fair enough.
I mean, I was expecting 42, yeah.
I wasn't expecting anything.
Well, I forgot which number it was.
5.
It was basically a coin flip. Anyways, the episode of the show I watched was good. There were gay people. That was the plot. The plot twist was that there were gay people the whole time. Very good.
Okay, okay. I'm
See,
putting.
in my
Okay, I'm
life,
gonna
that's
make
not
it.
a plot twist.
I'm gonna put $10, $10 on the line. You were watching Guilty.
Gimme. No, ha! Give me $10.
No.
I don't know. Okay, I think you haven't been listening if you think that it's a twist that there are gay people in Guilty Gear.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you said
Okay,
it was a twist? Oh,
yeah.
never mind. No. Okay.
Pop
no.
it up.
Take away my $10.
Pop it up.
Jem
No.
just
No,
lost.
but-
I'm gonna. You know what?
I got my bet wrong.
No, it doesn't count.
Redo.
Where is
Redo, please.
Wait 1 second.
All right, that was longer than 1 second.
Well,
Happy birthday
Happy birthday
to you.
Wow.
Owes me $10.
You couldn't have just used like the little notes feature that Discord has?
I was going to, but it seems as if they have gotten. Oh, never mind. They did. I just didn't see it because it was small at the bottom. No, it's easier. It'll help me every single time I see a message. It'll remind me that you still owe me. Don't worry, I'll get rid of it once you pay me back.
Alright.
Once you pay me back.
We're gonna be on episode 378 this podcast, and that will still be Jem's nickname.
Yep.
I'm fine with that.
Oh no, I'm gonna
I
make
see,
sure
I
that
see.
you pay me back eventually.
Once we do the episode where we inevitably gather up and do an in-person episode, that's when Fia will take her chance.
She's gonna pull out like a Splatoon themed like Nerf gun that she
I'm
custom
sorry, why did
made.
you
It's
say it
gonna
like
be
that? Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Hey, it ain't too. Shut your trap.
Also,
Hey guys, did you hear
wouldn't it be
about
more
the
fitting-
Splatoon? About the Splatoon?
Yes, I did.
oh.
Wouldn't it be more fitting for it to be a water gun instead of a Nerf gun?
That is
No,
so true.
no, shut up. Squid,
Okay.
they die in water.
Okay.
What about, like, a
but-
paintball
Also,
gun?
but it does make more sense because that's what they are. Because that is what they are based off of. So, Amber, guess what? You are right.
What about a
I
paintball
know
gun?
I am.
Wouldn't that make more sense as well?
Yes, it would.
I guess they both kind of make sense. Splatoon is just
Yeah.
paintball, but not.
But cooler.
Yeah.
Splatoon is paintball, but you make a really big mess and you look really cool doing it.
Not even that big of a mess because there are bacteria in the air that eat the ink.
Mm.
That's why ink
They-
disappears after a battle.
That's why you turn into a squid. I'm just kidding. I
You
don't
turn
know
into a
anything
squid.
about-
You don't even
this
turn into a squid. They
battlefield-
are squid.
This
Oh, yeah, that's
battlefield
true.
is
That's-
messy.
Are
Quick,
literally-
release the swarm. That's how they clean. That's what
Yeah,
they,
they
say.
go-
Before
No,
they
they're just
clean the
they're just
battlefield.
in the air naturally.
Oh, I
They
think
go,
it would be
"Cowabunga!"
funnier if they just had like a box full of them and they were just like, release the swarm.
That's not how bacteria work, Amber. I'm sorry.
But it would be
Bacteria are
funny.
Release the
everywhere.
germs.
There's bacteria in your stomach that are dead.
Get them
There's
out.
bacteria on their
If
skin.
they ain't
Yep.
paying rent, I don't want them.
Imagine,
them that.
imagine if you could do that. You can make your bacteria pay rent.
God, I wish.
That would be
I-
so
That's so much
hard.
money.
Yeah, passive income.
Yeah.
The
That's
passive income is that we get to live. Are you kidding me?
That's
Hell
not
no,
enough.
fuck
I
that
want
shit.
money.
Amber, capitalism art.
My body, my choice.
That's
wanna
not what that
tax-
means.
If I want to tax the bacteria, then I will tax the bacteria.
Yeah, exactly. I can choose what I want to do with my body, and if I want to choose to start taxing the living organisms that assist me in my day-to-day life, I can.
Yeah, and they can suck a butt if they don't
I'm
agree.
going to court to sue my own body. Your Honor, my bacteria has not been paying the specified amount as per the parts of this contract that I've created for them. I would like
that
to.
I have created for them, but I have also signed for them.
Your Honor,
We are one.
I'm
in
the president of my
we
body.
are one and the same, essentially. Also, they can't write, so I did it on
The
behalf.
judge is sitting. The judge is sitting in the chair, going, "I'm sorry, you're effectively suing yourself," is what I'm hearing.
I guarantee you, it is
No.
not nearly the stupidest thing that has happened in the court of law.
Look,
Remember that
look,
one
look.
time that? Remember the one
Somebody,
time the guy
somebody
that one
sued
guy
their
tried to-
parents for.
Yeah.
Wait, were you about to say the same thing?
No, I was about to say the
Oh.
one guy who tried to sue who tried to sue like the entire world for like an unfathomable amount of money.
I would like to do that.
That's not how that works. That just you can't. You just can't do that. Thinking
I
big,
sue
I
the
guess.
world because I can't say that.
I'm trying.
Eh.
Let me see if I can.
I don't know what you were gonna say.
Don't worry about it.
because they were mean to me.
Cause my pussy hurt.
I wasn't gonna say that.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why I didn't want to say it. But you know what? It was for the bit. But yeah, no. The it. But you gotta like take into account that these bacteria are squatters. We gotta like
Squatters?
weed them. You gotta weed them out because they can't be living in our bodies any longer. Otherwise, they're gonna think that they could stay there. Before my body says, "Hey, listen, they've been here long enough. It's their place." And quite frankly, I find that
Technically, yeah.
bullshit.
Am I the only one here who has taken biology? Like AP biology at school?
No, I'm in it too. I so you're not making much sense, man. I feel like if you would get rid of all the bacteria in your body, you would die.
You feel like? You,
Well, I mean, if you've never done it yourself, you can't really know for sure, right?
I have.
You
I
have?
don't believe you.
Really?
I would never lie.
Yeah, no, she knows what 1 + 1 is. I don't think she'd lie.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true, actually.
I'm trying to find the thing on the guy who sued the entire world, but it gave me a guy that just like sued like anyone and everyone he could on like a bunch of different settlements.
That's funny. We didn't learn about any cool court cases like
says,
that in AP Gov. We just learned about lame court cases.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's see. It says it filed over 2,600 lawsuits. Among the more famous defendants are New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick, former President George W. Bush,
I would also like to sue him.
former Attorney General Janet Reno, Martha Stewart, NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon, former Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Vick, Steve Jobs, celebrity blogger Perez Hilton, the Somali Pirates, and pop star Britney Spears.
Wait, so does this imply that he like came across Somali pirates and Britney Spears sometime in his life?
Or
did he just like
I don't
look up?
imagine so. I think he just sued people. Let's see, other things.
For what though?
Filed for a restraining order against Rockstar Games, FCI Williamsburg, and
Rockstar Games
and Grand Theft Auto the game, claiming that the defendants put me in prison.
Interesting.
That's really funny.
The inmate stated defendants contributed to plaintiff committing identity theft. Defendants' games show sex, drugs, and violence which offends me.
And sex on TV. Whoever does good old-fashioned
put
value.
me in prison. I face imminent danger from violent inmates who played Grand Theft Auto who will knock me out and take my gold Jesus cross. And then it says he filed for an injunction against the Guinness Book of World Records, seeking to stop them from listing him as the most litigious individual in history. And then they told him that there wasn't a listing and they didn't plan to make one.
Fucking dude.
It was just someone who
Preemptively suing them just in case they decided to do such a thing. It also
If they get any ideas.
It also says some of his defendants were not even people subject to suit. These include Adolf Hitler's National Socialist Party, the party that's not Hitler, and the 13,
I would also sue them if I
and the 13 tribes of Israel.
I would also sue them if I.
You could definitely try.
I think this guy kind of was just. I think this guy might live in like a caravan in the middle of Iowa, like. Because
Apparently he was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
in the
Oh,
middle
ain't
of
that
nowhere.
nice?
So that's his home state. Oh, also, let's see. One lawsuit in which George W. Bush was the first named defendant also includes another 790 defendants that cover 57 pages. They include Plato, Nostradamus, Che Guevara, James Hoffa, various Buddhist monks, all survivors of the Holocaust, the Lincoln Memorial, the Eiffel Tower, the USS Cole, the book Mein Kampf, the Garden of Eden, the Roman Empire, the Appalachian Trail, Plymouth Rock, the Holy Grail, Nordic gods, the dwarf planet Pluto, and the entire 3 Mile Island accident.
Oh my god.
What is
Hey,
this
guys.
dude on?
Okay, guys, come here. Huddle up. Huddle.
Yeah?
Hold on.
Yeah?
We need to sue the Boston molasses flood.
What is that?
You don't know what the Boston molasses flood is?
I don't live in the.
I think
no,
it sounds a little self-explanatory, I'm not gonna lie.
the Boston flood. Well,
The Great Molasses Flood.
What do you, the Boston flood?
how can your molasses flood?
Everybody knows about it, actually.
I don't know what that means.
Everybody. Okay, basically, so there was basically this storage tank filled with like millions of gallons of molasses. It was like 10,000 tons or something, and then it burst, and it released a giant molasses wave through the streets of Boston. It was like what was there? It was like 33 miles per hour, 30 somewhere around that,
35.
35-ish miles per hour.
What?
How do you know that?
Hang on, pause. Stop for a second. I just got... River sent that Discord message, and then I got a pop-up that said OBS has crashed.
Oh, did it actually crash?
This is your fault.
Wait.
I got a pop-up. Oh, whoops, OBS has crashed. Would you like to copy the crash log? Okay, we're back. Sorry, OBS crashed.
Yeah.
River.
Anyways, as I was saying, when I was a kid, I had this very, very minor fixation on the Boston molasses flood. For very, very small amount of time, Anyways, as I was saying, 1 second. Let me recollect my thought.
Okay.
They were saying something
Basically,
about,
okay, so after this molasses flooded, there were it was a big disaster and 20 people died.
Oh yeah. And every
Amber,
place smokes
Amber,
sticky
Wikipedia
and
page
sticky.
Amber, is that correct?
What,
Okay,
death
good.
count?
Yeah, 20, right?
21.
Close enough. And I believe it was 150 people sustained injuries.
Yep.
Yes.
There's so many numbers on this page.
And I know all of them, kind
Can
of.
you tell me the time that it occurred?
No, I'm not good with times or dates.
She doesn't lie,
Yeah, that's so true.
She knows all the numbers, but isn't good with time or date, so she doesn't know those.
Yeah. No, I'm not even joking. The reason that I did so poorly, one of the things that got me when I was taking art history was that I just was bad with dates. Show me some fucking oil on canvas piece number 35 and be like, Fia, what the fuck is this? And I'd be like, why are you asking me this? Who are you? Go away. I mean, I may be able to tell you, Renaissance, Baroque, post-Renaissance, modernism,
Did you run out of
temporary. No, that was me sighing.
Oh.
But hell if I'll tell you when these things happened. All I know is that Baroque art stopped when the French people did something with their miserable lives and started killing the rich and powerful. Honestly, I don't think I would hate French people as much if they still did that shit. Like, come on, up your game, bitches.
We need to bring back the guillotine.
So true.
I love that the guillotine's creator is named like John Guillotine. That is my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, what an egotistical name. He named it after himself.
Like, imagine like
What's
having
that-
like
it's
the
that
murder
one,
machine, naming the murder machine after yourself.
I need to. I don't remember how to spell that word. I spelled it right. I'm so good.
I'm pretty sure it's like not exact. It's not like exactly his name, but it's close enough.
I can't find this image.
Are you gonna
I
put
said
the
after-
Mickey
I
said
Mouse
after-
image? Are you gonna
What?
put the Mickey Mouse image
Oh yeah,
saying
that's,
what a
that's
mouse
the one I
is?
was looking for.
Yep, I
What a
knew
fucking
it. The
narcissist.
moment. Yep, I knew it.
Well, it's not that hard to guess. Anyway,
If you aren't brain rotted on Twitter, then you probably wouldn't know.
yeah, if you're not an online warrior like myself.
That is not a good way to put it.
If you're not a die-hard internet-y,
If you're not a redditor like I am,
well, that's going too far.
I'm sorry. If you're not an incel like I am,
Okay, don't say that about my wife.
You have a wife?
In theory.
In theory, Laval.
A game theory. In-game theory.
Okay, theory.
Did you all see the thing where Matt Pat made a speech at Washington D.C. Like
Yes.
he's getting into like actual politics.
I support this fully.
What?
Yeah, he's doing. It's like a thing he did for what was it for like AI protection, like online and something else.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
content
shit.
creators.
Yeah, what was the thing? Let's
Yeah.
see. Let me go to his.
It was
tweet.
like something. It was something like
says-
protecting like content creators' rights against like
Yeah, it says
AI.
after 2 years of work, Steph and I have just launched the Creator Economy Caucus in the House of Representatives, a bipartisan group where creators can work alongside lawmakers to ensure legislation is timely and relevant for the internet age. We'll eventually want to assemble creator advocates from around the country. So if you're interested in helping Washington understand our world, and then there's like a video. So he's like he went from doing game theory and now he's into politics, which is
Honestly, good for
theory.
him.
yeah.
Right.
I think on like definitely support the endeavor. I think he's doing good things with his position.
I would love Matt Pat as my
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
Someone put
It's like that one
Hello,
image that's
Americans.
like
Welcome to
presidential
the
election. It's like Mr. Beast versus Matt Pat.
Yeah, 2038 presidential
You know,
election.
I know who I'm voting for.
He opens
I
up his
feel
like
like-
presidential
I-
like address with "Hello, Americans, welcome to the presidential."
Welcome to President.
Hello, Americans.
Welcome to the
Welcome
debate.
to my speech.
Welcome to my term. Welcome to my presidential term.
Welcome to poll theory, where today we're going to be discussing who is most likely to win based on...
And why it's me.
I think I remember when that came up, people were like there was like a question of like who do you like if you were to have a YouTuber as a president, what YouTuber would you want?
Markiplier.
That's
That
kind of
was
basic,
quick.
though. No,
Yeah.
it has to be
I
like
mean,
someone who like
I don't
knows
know.
about
I think
politics.
I feel like okay. I think we should discuss this answer, but leave out Matt Pat because I think he's a good obvious choice, and we just talked about him.
Yeah, honestly, he would be my
I
first.
think
Even like if
yeah.
we weren't having this conversation, I would probably say him because he seems to know his shit.
Yeah, I think Pat is like I think he's just in a good position, and it has like a good
Reputation, yeah.
yeah,
Like a good
like
history.
he not only has a good reputation, but also I think his ideals and plans make him a good fit in my eyes. Like I think
Yeah.
and not only that, but obviously he's a good public speaker, which
Yeah.
lends to even more credibility.
And
So
just
yeah,
a good person.
yeah, I think he would. I think he like has the right ideas in mind. But like aside from him, I'm not sure, honestly. Like Riverside Markiplier, which I get the reasoning, but I don't know about that. Like I think Markiplier is he's definitely like a respectable person, but being respectable doesn't make you a good leader.
That's true.
I think you can have good ideals, but that doesn't mean that you're good at like I think Markiplier is much more fit to a creative position than a managerial one.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Like I think he seems
why
like I mean obviously I don't know any of these people in real life, so like it's really difficult
But
to
like
make
even just like his,
judgments.
like what he's done, like
Yeah.
outside of YouTube, he does essentially TV shows or movies or whatever you want to call them. Like he is at his core a
Actor,
creator,
director.
and he's never. And the thing is that in all these creations where he's directing in some capacity, he's also an actor. None of his productions have him just being the producer. He is always an actor, whether it be he's the main character or he's just or he also was what was it, Among the Sleep was it called, that he had an acting role in,
I think so.
that he wasn't like a director for. So like I think he's much more good for like that kind of stuff, like very creative endeavors. I don't think he would be the best choice for like some sort of government position or something, because I think like his ideals are in the right place. Like he's supportive of the right communities. I have my questions about his stance on AI and technology like that, but everywhere else he's a thumbs up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there's better options out there.
What's
as
like
for
a
what-
what's like a
Mhm.
state that needs like a lot of to like remove water?
What?
remove water? What?
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna make a really dumb joke about saying like, oh yeah, Badland chugs for like California representative, but I don't really know. if that makes
No,
sense a lot.
no, not California. California needs water, even though they're right by the fucking bay. They need water.
Yeah,
Especially more inland, like where like Mexicali or like Calexico and fucking what's the other fucking place that my in Hopeville, like those places, fuck, like
Hopeville?
they, yeah,
There's
it's like a
place called Hopeville.
it's like
Yeah.
it's a more inland city that's a little bit more north from like the Imperial Valley.
I
At
don't know
least I
what
think so.
Imperial Valley is either.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I only know my little place where I live, and also that Bakersfield is the worst place on earth.
Bakersfield is the worst.
Yeah.
So true.
I'm thinking about. I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like the best YouTubers for like being the president would have to be like commentary, because like it's. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but also it's just the most apt to like a position that kind of translates well into.
Ooh, wait! I had an idea. What about Critical?
Moist Critical.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I think the problem is that like so many
I'm
since
glad that
these
you
people
all chose me to be like the
are
fucking
YouTubers, it's
president.
difficult to see them as anything
Chose me to
but
be your new
YouTubers.
president.
Okay. I know he speaks funny. But he does hold good opinions, and I guess.
I think I mean like he is I can't say much about cuz I don't watch Moist Critical, so I can't say much about like his out of YouTube things he's done. And I think like I know that he's okay, sorry. I went to his Wikipedia page to like see if I could see some stuff he's done outside of YouTube, and they have a section for his signature, and his signature is literally I don't know if this will pop up because yeah, that's his signature on Wikipedia.
That's a good
There's a
German
harem,
German president 20 whatever.
Sure.
Sure.
German's just funny though.
Yeah.
It's
I'm thinking. What about Pyrocynical? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
Okay, he's
What
not
if
even
you-
American.
here's Germa's signature in case you're curious. It's just J985.
That's such a signature.
Signature?
No?
Oh, I thought you said signature. I was like,
No, I did not.
wait.
That's
a
oh, interesting. Apparently, he before YouTube, he did voice acting.
Make that complete.
Germa.
That
He
checks
did,
out.
it says Germa previously owned a now defunct website called Germanet.com. Just contained video and audio clips largely from his college years. He's voiced characters in multiple indie games. That's all it says on his early work and voice acting section, and then the rest is just YouTube and Twitch. So, film. Oh, okay. Fun. They have a listed filmography, which is, he has been in 4 movies, 2 of them sequels to the 2 other movies on the list, which is Otto's Big Adventure and Otto's Big Adventure 2, and then Rat Movie and Rat Movie 2.
Great.
What a
All right,
what a,
Amber,
what a
you have to watch that movie.
that's our next
Ratatouille.
that's our first Monkey Brains watch party.
And we should watch.
Ratatouille.
Curious.
That's my
okay,
favorite
so-
movie.
Let's see. So, going back to Moist Critical, they have a section for other ventures. I have to get used to the fact that the Wikipedia page refers to him as White because it's his last name.
Charlie White.
Yeah, his full name is Charles Christopher White Jr.
He's a junior.
Yep, apparently so. Well, let's see. Other ventures. He started a musical duo called the Gentlemen. Then he co-founded Human Media Group, an American multi-channel network. Made a graphic novel series titled Godslap.
Oh, I know that one.
Oh yeah.
And published by Meteor Productions, which I assume he made, but I don't know. Then he's okay. He made an esports organization, and
Yep. Called TSM.
Then they helped found a technology company called Starforge System, which it then says the company was quickly met with backlash due to the high prices of their products, and shortly thereafter they decreased their prices by $100. Very general statement, but all right. Then they founded a talent agency with GB ASMR and Jimmy here, called Mana Talent Group, and I am finding out from this Wikipedia page that Jimmy here's first name is not Jimmy, it's Tyler. I'm not surprised, but I just think it's funny.
Imagine like picking a name and you go from like one generic name to the other one.
Well, that was just
What's the point?
That's just what Jacksepticeye did. He went from Sean to Jack.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. What's your point?
That was just an example. My point was providing.
I know.
Example.
I mean, I assumed.
Let's see. Then he and Ludwig became co-owners in Shopify Rebellion, another esports organization, I guess. Then, apparent. I guess it just lists. In February, he made a joke announcement about a retirement, and they listed that as part of his other ventures. And then he was in and then he has like a filmography of like roles of. I love how they list his the filmography, like they have a section for podcasts and all the roles are just himself. Like, yeah, it's a podcast.
Podcast. I've heard of them.
Yeah. I haven't seen too many. I
have
even think I've
never
ever been on one before.
heard a podcast. I've
What
only
is that?
heard the rumors. Is it true?
Are we
Yeah.
cooked?
No. I, for one, am fried.
Dude, I swear.
Maybe boiled.
Every time I hear about podcasts on YouTube, because like, podcasts are not the kind of media that gets talked about a lot online. Like, podcasts are a very like you have to kind of hear about it. He like a lot of. So it's like kind of a thing that a lot of YouTubers just kind of have pocket podcasts that you only really know about if you're a fan of the YouTuber. Like that. I could like the only one that I think sort of broke out into public knowledge was Markiplier having one because he's Markiplier. But even then, you don't hear about it. People don't really
Markiplier
talk
can
about
do
it unless there's
anything,
a
I think.
They're like, yeah. People don't really talk about it unless like you're already a Markiplier fan. Like it kind of you kind of would see a bit about it when it started and whenever he would promote it, but outside of that, no. But like that whenever you do hear about a podcast that like usually it's for bad reasons. Like I'll see shit about podcasts from the most annoying YouTubers you've ever heard. Like or it'll be people making fun of like what's that one bald guy's name?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, yeah.
Oh God, not him.
That or H3H3 or whatever.
Oh God.
Like you'd hear shit about like usually it's either people that are insufferable for like ideological reasons or people that are insufferable for like annoying internet person reasons. Like the one that I brought this up of because it showed up on it was at one of the podcasts that he showed up on.
That's a dog.
Yeah, that's coming from.
Sorry.
I hear everything.
But the one that I was reminded of was Trash Taste, which I've heard about in passing.
I've seen some other episodes.
Are they good?
It's,
Are they an acquired taste?
According to apparently they're popular enough to have a Wikipedia page, and I have this based on the description. I have this sort of feeling that that I don't think it's like based on the name and the premise. I have a feeling that it's got some hot takes because it's called Trash Taste and it says it's based on it focuses on anime and Japanese pop culture. Now, I should mention, it says that the hosts are 3 Tokyo-based content creators. However, their names
They're
don't
all.
their names are
Yeah,
not
they're not.
Japanese. So
Yeah, they're
I-
not. They're not. They just live there.
yeah, I'll acknowledge that they are referred to as Tokyo based for the fact that at the very least they have the experience of like living there, so they have a bit more to say than your average American weeb. However, their names are Joey, Garnt, and Connor. So
If those are
Joey Gart.
Japanese
Okay,
names.
wait. For
That's
the
a funny
case,
last name.
I'll make for the case. Some of their stuff is bad, yeah, but like, at least, okay, well, 2 of them are not so good people, but at
Well,
least
that's
one
like-
that's 2/3.
they
yeah,
have,
that's
like, one-
2/3. At least one guy is like an actual decent person.
Yeah, I've heard, like,
Yeah.
most of the time I hear about trash taste, it's because they said another stupid opinion that they have on something.
Yeah, some of the people that they
Mhm.
have in there are not the best person.
Yeah, I think,
But-
like, I'm curious if they have, they do have a list of, they do have a list of, various, past guests. Some of these are good. Funnily enough, the only one that's marked green on Shinigami Eyes is Moist Critical.
Mhm.
But some of the other ones that I recognize and that I do know.
Wait, on what eyes?
This on Shinigami Eyes. It's a browser extension that highlights LGBTQ, like trans supportive people in green and like
Oh, that's
anti-trans
cool.
students in red. Yeah, I have that. So for the record, that's the only one that's marked. But I do. Some of these people are fine. Like Jacksepticeye was on the podcast, and you know he's cool. I know that some of these I don't recognize. I've heard of Alex Lee. He's a voice actor. I don't.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he's cool. And
Anji.
Other Anji. Oh, he voices Anji. I know he voiced.
Yeah,
the ones
he
the ones that
posted-
I know. I know that the ones that I'm familiar with him voicing are Luke from Street Fighter and Lighter from ZZZ. Those are the two
cool.
things I remember him from. But
I know he voices the Persona 3 protagonist and also posted Sex
that
with a
one.
Man.
I do remember that. He's definitely a real shit poster, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I trust. I would. I
my
trust him.
favorite- my
Also,
favorite-
oh
my
wait,
favorite,
also, he's one. He voices the salesperson Anna.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. But yeah, I do. I love to tell that whenever I get reminded of Alex Lee, I love to tell the little tidbit he said about because Luke's character in Street Fighter he's very like he's kind of a new age. He was added in 5 and is like kind of the sort of protagonist beginner Shoto of 6, and he's meant to be this very tech hip like kind of millennial kind of guy. So he's meant to be to use very like modern lingo, and he's he plays like video games and stuff like that. But he's also like he has like a dojo and stuff. He does martial arts. So Alex Lee like recounted a thing where he was like he said like he was doing the voice work for Luke, and he said like, oh, when Luke wins a match, he should be like, let's go, or something like that, and they were confused like, what let's go, what does that mean, let's go where? And because they didn't know what that phrase was or meant, which is just really funny to me. But I'm pretty sure
Let's go where?
I'm pretty sure that
I
did
don't
get passed. So in the current game, Luke does use the phrase "Let's go," so that's funny. But getting back to the topic at hand, some of the other guests that are listed here, ProZD,
Ooh.
I don't know much about him besides his voice acting work, but and his skits that he would do.
I know he's made some funny DR skits. He has some. I know some of them are really funny. Like there's like one where it's like oh, I found the clue. Okay, but can you spell clue? And then the like Hangman's Gambit game, and it's like, oh, that's so funny.
That's awesome. But yeah, so looking at some of the others, I do recognize the others that I recognize, but can't really state a lot on like how good of a person they are, or at least like I have less confidence in like I've only ever heard them as YouTube personalities. The ones that I'm more confident on being decent people is Ludwig was on there. I don't know much about Saikuno, but he was on there.
Saikuno. He's I mean he's a good person.
Yeah,
but
I'm not too familiar with his. That's the one I'm least familiar with out of the ones I've actually heard of.
Ever since Corpse Husband left the herd, I don't really know what's been going on with Saikuno.
Left the herd?
Left the herd.
Okay, man. But let's see. I do know who Super Eye Patch Wolf is. I watched his Garfield video.
You too. Oh yeah, he seems cool.
Oh, I like the Garfield video. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the...
Oh, I actually don't think I've ever watched that video. Like, even as a fan of the funny orange cat, who I love, very funny cat comic.
It's a good
I don't think I've never watched that video of his because it just didn't feel like it.
But the other videos he has as well are pretty good, like the Undertale and the
yeah, I've seen.
What's the other one? The Fear and Hunger video that he also.
Yeah, his Fear. I was just about to say.
Let's see. There's some of these that I've. Sorry. Do you have more to say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I really love both of his Riverdale videos. They are like, honestly, I go watch them after this podcast because I have never seen an episode of that show, and I will never see an episode of that show, and those videos are just really, really funny.
Alright, I'll take your word for it. But let's see, some of the others
by watching the video, I think.
That again, sticking to the ones that I think are that are not that controversial. There's Anthony Padilla, one of the
Smosh.
Whoa, okay, back up. It's pronounced Padilla.
Padilla. Sorry, I've never heard it pronounced.
Whoa, that was weird. The way you said his last name.
Why? I mean, it's a perfectly normal way to do. I mean, it's not like. It's like sometimes you just pronounce names that you don't know. Like sometimes you just say words that you don't know how to pronounce them. Like my dad kept pronouncing the word. Like my dad pronounced the word calico caclico.
Is that so?
Let's see.
Yeah.
There's a. Okay, so I have heard of. I don't. They had Lily Pichu on. Who I have heard of.
Oh yeah.
They also have Michael
TK.
Reeves, who's
TK.
Michael Reeves, I love that guy.
Yeah, that about ends the. That about ends unless I remember another one that I've unless I remember another one on this list that I'll mention later. That about ends the ones that I think are not controversial. I guess I should mention, I have no idea how controversial she actually is. Though I think she's controversial for maybe not the most reasonable of reasons, but Pokimane. I genuinely don't have an opinion on her because I feel like my opinion on her would be way too skewed by the amount of things I see online.
Like I have no earthly idea who she even is. Like I always I've seen so much. Like I know that she is a girl on the internet. I know that she gets. Yeah. That's literally all I know.
I remember her Among Us stuff.
Yeah, she did a lot. I mean, she was big before Among Us, but she did participate.
No, I know that.
Oh wait, didn't the Trashies people? I think they had Nile Red at one point.
That was I've heard his name, but I don't know. He is listed here.
Oh, Nile's funny.
I love Nile Red.
I have no idea. Oh wait, yeah, I know that guy. He's cool.
Like the only form of chemistry I will actually indulge in.
What's funny is I don't
Well,
think I
I've
know that
actually
guy.
done quite a bit of chemistry research just watching his videos. That's like how I found out about him.
So he basically like
Yeah.
does like a very
One moment,
dumb-
I'll be back in a bit.
All right.
He does like very dumb chemistry stuff. Like I think one of his videos is like turning like I think it was like cups or like napkins into like soda with like chemistry. Which it was
This
really funny.
I feel like I feel like that sounds to me like I feel like there's this spectrum of like tech science YouTubers where it's like you have the ones on the left that are like kind of like that's like your edutainment content, and then you have the ones that and then you have like the middle ones where they kind of do like various experiments that are kind of like a little out there, but you know, I like they're fun to watch. They're not too crazy. And then you have what's the fucking one that I'm thinking of that I think I vaguely remember their name that I see on my recommended page occasionally.
Like Mark Rober or something.
Mark Rober. Mark Rober isn't like a crazy tech YouTuber. I think Michael Reeves kind of gets to that point, but not as much as the one I'm thinking of. Because Michael Reeves does all kinds of wacky shit.
I love Michael Reeves. But I haven't watched his videos in a long time. I just know that he has made some funny fucking videos, like incredibly so.
Yeah,
I'm reminded of the fucking the cursing Roomba.
I'm looking through some of his videos right now, and I love the Trigger Me Elmo one. That was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How to lose money on YouTube. So, that was a good one.
God, I'm trying
And then
to think of the name of this.
Oh, the one where he did like your robot ideas are stupid. Oh my god, I love the video where he was like building robots of like people's suggestions and calling it stupid. It kind of reminded me of like Fundy when he would make like Minecraft mod.
Wow, I have not heard
ideas.
that name in a good while, man.
Really?
No.
Actually, to be fair, I haven't either, but I just remembered him right now.
I found the account that I was thinking of. That's like the extreme opposite end of like science tech YouTubers. Uwo's Lab. He's a streamer, so I'll still count him. But he's
I think I know about him. Isn't he the guy that was like doing like a thing? I've seen clips on him on like Twitter of like putting like 1 billion cigarettes on like a thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's him.
yeah. He made like a tube that had put like cigarettes in to like cook a steak.
yeah. He was the one who did that. He does a lot of stuff that's like essentially messy. I cannot imagine how terrible his lungs must be at this point because he does them all to himself. So he does like all this kind of goofy shit. A lot of times it involves some sort of cigarettes or some other drugs. Sometimes he did this one's funny. I'm scrolling through his Twitter right now. I made lava chicken in real life to see if it's as tasty as it looks in the Minecraft movie. Dumping actual lava onto chicken.
Yeah, that's probably burnt.
La 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 la.
Let's see. I built an instrument that you play by vaping. Soul, what's your opinions on that?
you defend it, Soul.
Well, he's the what is so? What's you're the musician here? How viable would you consider a vape powered instrument?
Well, all I'm gonna say is that there would be a lot of people that would probably learn how to play an instrument.
That's
Dude,
true.
okay. This one's an interesting one. Not related to really any tech of any sorts, but a tweet about We're going to eat biodegradable packing peanuts and glue sticks and see which seasoning/sauce makes them taste the best.
Yes, yes, yes. I would volunteer. Put chile de amor on that
I would
shit. That
volunteer.
shit would taste so good. Packing peanuts with chile de amor. It's gonna taste exactly like the fucking wheat chips that you eat at a fucking like little bandera or whatever the fuck it is.
I made a LED play button to celebrate 100K subs on YouTube and blew it up.
Yay.
He is, yeah, but I'm not gonna scroll through these too far, but he makes some ridiculous shit that I'll see on Twitter every now and then, but, anyway, back to the original topic at hand, so I can actually finish this. So, getting into the more controversial, people, or at least the ones that I'm pretty sure are more controversial, the Trash Taste has had, PewDiePie on.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
Uh,
I love PewDiePie.
by the way, there's only two in this category because I don't know enough. But the other one out of the two is Maury Calliope, the
Who?
VTuber, the one with long pink hair, death aesthetic. Makes a bunch of rap music that everyone
Maury.
hates.
Oh, you mean the one that's something about like a number 2 pencil or some shit, and I'm like,
Maybe.
She was like,
She's known for her rap music that people tend to not like because it's a white girl. Also, I believe
I'm looking it up.
People say this a lot. I don't know this 100%, but people say this enough that I can assume that this is true. Apparently, her non-VTuber, because like every Hololive member is, or at least most of them are, at least to an extent, an idol of some degree previously before their roles on Hololive. Her, from what I've heard, her previous persona was a music producer named Demon Dice, which I had never heard of before I heard of her, but as you would expect, Demon Dice makes rap, and as you would also expect, she is a white woman.
Maury Calliope, I found her.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I think it might be exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
But
I think I'm...
there's also, like, some people that, sometimes it'll be brought up, like, because as mentioned, her previous persona, it was an account called, it was a person called Demon Dice, and I've seen some stuff about, like, how she's been kind of racist. I can't give you any information on how long ago that was and if she's apologized for it or not. That I don't know. I don't know the specifics of that. I've just heard like she has passed like very like being racist allegations. I'm not gonna comment on it any further than that. I don't watch her, so but that I will say. So that's why she's included in my controversial section. Yeah, some of the others I don't recognize the names. I don't know who boy_boy is. Not familiar with Lachlan.
Oh, I know him. I know him. I used to be a Fortnite YouTuber I watched.
Yeah, it says he does Fortnite. Yeah, it just does. He does known primarily for his video game commentaries of Fortnite Battle Royale.
Wait, who are we talking about now? Sorry, I like low key
Lachlan.
like locked in on like Maury
Lachlan.
Calliope. Oh yeah, Lachlan.
Yeah, Lachlan.
Lachlan was cool. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, and then a bunch of other. They have like actual like, makes sense considering their focus, but they have had actual like Japanese people Wow. Okay. Sorry, I hovered over one of the names, and uh, they had on a mangaka named Shindo L, best known for Metamorphosis.
Don't know what
Yeah.
that is.
Okay, so if
I don't wanna know.
Metamorphosis, it's a hentai.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
If I'm remembering correctly, based on the name, it's the one that you see the image of the girl all the time.
Don't know.
Though I could be wrong. It's just like the same image that you always see whenever everyone refers to it of like the girl in the school uniform with like the long black hair in like a braid, I think, and the glasses. Then exhale, I just heard.
Sorry,
Sorry, I just saw
yeah.
be off, but unlistenable.
But yeah, anyway, they have like actual I don't know who Premiere 2 is, but apparently they had 3 appearances. Some of these there's a guy with a channel named I Did a Thing.
Fun
That's
name.
also what he's referred to as, apparently. Yeah. Everyone else I don't really know. Usually some sort of tie to Japanese culture or anime or something to that effect. Also, it's kind of funny to me how like they list that they've had Mori Calliope as a guest on the podcast, but if there was any it's about Japanese culture, right? But if there was any VTuber you could get on, they chose like the most white American VTuber they could. I'm not gonna make judgment calls here, but I just find that really funny. But yeah, that's their thing.
Oh, actually, as you're finishing up with that, so I need to ask you something. This will determine what if I speak on it or not. Have you watched any Deltarune playthrough of the new chapters?
Don't spoil.
Don't spoil either. I have not.
You have it, River. You haven't either.
Nope, don't spoil.
Oh my god! I'm gonna have to wait another week to talk about it.
You're gonna. River's just too busy buying whatever else she wants instead of spending
she's
a
gonna
measly
play- she's gonna play
$25.
No, trust me. Listen, I'm
River's
still
gonna
waiting
play
on money.
Sonic.
Like, if it weren't for the fact that I'm still waiting to get paid, I would have already been done. I probably already would have been done with the other chapters by now. But like, it's not my fault, really. It is, honest to God, not my fault.
That's fine.
If you say so.
That's fine. That's fine.
You're still on the chopping block though, so.
I'll wait.
Oh
I'll
well, I
wait.
mean, I'll watch the walkthrough. Don't worry, I'll be okay.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. I'm not gonna explode or anything.
Ugh.
Because Gem is genuinely about to explode right now.
I want to talk about
Gem's
it. I really
Gem's
want to talk about it.
Gem's only been able to talk about it with me because I've been the only one that Gem's been in conversation with that's actually finished it. So now Gem's just like,
Oh,
I
need to talk. Yeah, that's fine. I can wait. Don't worry. I'll wait for you two to finish at your own pace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean, once we get there, we'll definitely have a lot to say. I feel like once we're actually able to talk about Deltarune, we'll be able to fill like half the podcast with it.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be the thing. But yeah. So until then, we talk about every other game we play. Speaking of. Aside from Deltarune, I'm curious about if you have been doing anything gaming-wise new recently. Cause I have some stuff to talk about, but I want to hear your guys' first.
I really haven't done anything. I've been just playing Minecraft.
Fair enough.
I was playing Poke Road like when we started, but then I stopped because I got a shiny Zubat, and then I kind of want to play it later because I want to like actually lock in. And then I've just been scrolling through YouTube while we talk about certain people because I'm like, I don't know that person. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube because that's a reliable source of information.
Gotta research.
Yeah, I got my notepad and everything on my computer in the form of YouTube.
What about you, River? Assuming Soul doesn't have anything more.
Soul, do you?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I don't really have anything interesting, but I will say that I've been playing. I did upgrade my computer recently, so I've been playing a lot of modded Minecraft.
You went from 10 FPS to 15.
I went from 10 to a solid 30, and I feel good about it.
30?
She upgraded from iron to a
How
diamond.
many mods do you have installed? How many mods do you have installed?
I'm curious. How many mods?
Like 40 or something? 41?
You have
I think.
41, I have 40.
Out of curiosity, what's your biggest? Like, size-wise?
The biggest mod pack that I have right now...
No. The biggest... The one you're doing currently, I mean the biggest mod in it, size-wise.
Oh, the biggest mod. You know what? I could probably just look through the list. Hang on.
Yeah, you can.
It would be really funny if it was the guns
You can
one.
just open the folder where the mods are. You can do that from the launcher, and then just like see the file size. Easiest way to do it.
Welcome back, Thea.
Welcome back, Thea.
Sorry, I was helping my mom with something.
It's alright.
That's fine.
But
A lot of them are optimization mods. It's mostly sodium, indium,
Sodium.
Bedium.
Yeah.
starlight.
Hydrogen
Starlight, that was one.
peroxide.
That's also
what's
a
your
mod.
what's your biggest like non-optimization mod then?
I don't know.
Is it would be funny if it was the guns one. That'd be really funny.
It probably could be. It's funny that you say that. But like,
Wait,
it
you have the
could be.
guns mod?
You have
Wait, you
just
have
enough-
No, we don't have the guns mod that you guys have.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
have
no,
a
it's a different
simplified
mod.
guns
It's
mod
called-
where it just
It-
it's like
This one is called Simple Guns. It's like
it's not Jag. Okay.
it's
no.
so fun
I have
though.
played that
It's
mod
so
before though. It's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah. I remember I've talked about this before, but I remember my go-to guns mod back in my 1.12 era was Tech Guns. It also made enemy spawns so fucking annoying. Because I swear to God, Tech Guns had custom mobs with guns, obviously, like zombies that had like guns. They spawned everywhere and they spawned constantly. Like, you could not go 5 feet without running into one of them. I swear. It made mob spawns so, especially in the Nether, because in the Nether there is a particular enemy that had a not insignificantly powerful gun. It wasn't crazy, but it did deal a fair amount of damage, and it spawned everywhere. Like, there wasn't a place where you could escape it. And keep in mind, this was 1.12, so this was before they added like nether biomes. So you just kind of... It also had the old, like, ugly cranberry netherrack texture, but that's beside the point.
Oh.
okay. Well, fuck you for that one.
I hate no. Okay, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Soul, it's bad. It's literally like it's puke inducing how bad that old texture was.
But it's so retro.
What is it? What are you talking about?
The
you know
old-
before they did
old
the
and new
big like
netherrack.
the big 1.14 update where they updated all the textures. There was the old texture for netherrack. And,
That thing.
yeah.
Um,
Do
Yeah,
you remember
no,
what
you
that
can-
looked like, right?
Of course I do. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
you
it
cannot
was...
say. So you can't say that was better though. No, you can't.
I'm not
not
saying that
better.
it was better, because the new texture just looks
Hashtag
like
so
red beans.
retro or whatever the fuck. I don't
Netherrack
know.
is
I-
not one of my favorite blocks.
I'd
This
love
is
the red
so
beans over the
ugly.
other one.
And you know what's the what's
It's
the
not.
funniest-
It's so cool.
You know what's
It's so
the
It's not
ugly.
really.
I mean, it's
so
not really.
ugly.
Okay. I'm gonna be so real. Like, it's not the best looking block, and quite frankly, if I'm being frank, the new one doesn't do it any better. It just
Hey,
looks like
Frank.
mushy beans.
It looks like
Looks like-
flesh.
I don't care. It looks better.
This
it's
one
less puke-inducing.
at least it's like multiple things of red. When you look at the new netherrack, it's like
I like
It's-
my
it's a
favorite.
weird-
It is
funniest
also
part-
multiple
the-
things of
you know-
red.
You know what's the
Hold
funniest
on.
part about the netherrack?
I'm getting the new netherrack.
You know what's the funniest part about the old netherrack texture is you can very vaguely see that that it's literally
It's so
just
lame.
the old netherrack texture is just a heavily edited cobblestone texture.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing it now.
Yeah, well, the new
look, it's
so much better. So
the
much
netherrack we have now is
I
lame.
think-
It's boring.
It looks
Okay.
not as lame as
So,
your
I'm
weird
gonna-
edited cobblestone shit.
So
No, fuck you.
So I'm going to.
No,
I'm going.
fuck you.
Okay. Can I? Let me make a point.
This is
real quick.
this is my car. This is
Okay, I
the
guess I don't
netherrack
get to make a point.
Look, the netherite.
Let
to
Amber
me-
make a point,
the,
so.
the netherite to me is the Cars 2 for
Netherite?
gem.
Netherite, that's a different
Never
thing.
right?
I mean, sorry, netherrack. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the
Can't
netherrack to me is like Cars 2 to gem. It's
It's just like something trashy you like.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like a what is it like a guilty pleasure, I guess.
Sure.
A guilty gear.
But what I was gonna say is, I kind of like, I get what you kind of mean. Like, there's a bit more like at a basic level. I kind of get what you mean. The problem with the old netherrack texture is there's not really cohesion. There's random like bits of yellowish. There's random brighter spots. Like, you could kind of interpret that as like flesh and bone, but there's not really any shape to those random points of yellowish parts. Like, it's just kind of spattered all over like you just blended up a bunch of food and threw it at the wall. Like, there's no, it just is so
Okay, I'll give it to you. It does look like you just threw like dark spaghetti on a block of granite. But it's so like, but it's so
I-
bright and contrasting,
I
and then
think-
you look
but
down
there's
and it's
also the
just
thing
like
is that like that if you're like, you also kind of have to consider it in context, because no block is just exists in a vacuum. Netherrack exists in like, you know, the nether with all the things that are part of it, and especially with the fact that there's a lot of variety in how the biomes, in how they added new biomes. Like, imagine the old netherrack texture with the different fungus biomes. Like, imagine that old texture with the blue like warped fungus growing on it. That would look so noisy and so bad. Like,
I guess.
like, it needed to be changed to have more cohesion, to look better in combination with these biomes and these
Yeah,
different
but-
aspects.
Well, you gotta just look at the bottom. Look at the bottom netherrack real quick. It's such a fucking follower. It's such a follower.
What does that even mean?
does that mean?
It conforms to less. It conforms to less colors and shades of red, and
Okay.
it looks like fucking ruby red potatoes.
I say you
It-
say
That's not
that
even
you say that
necessarily a bad thing.
you say
It gives
you
it
say
like
that,
more
I think it is.
cohesion.
you say that like the nether.
I'm not
is
going to
not, is not-
Beanland.
you
I'm
say
going
that,
to the
like,
hell.
So, Soul, you say that like Nether is not red the biome, like
Yeah,
it,
but the
like-
thing is that like look at the top one. The top one, yeah, it looks like somebody threw spaghetti on it, but like
And it's ugly as fuck, and it's hard to look at.
hell. Yeah, but you're going to hell. It's not supposed to be a pleasure to look at.
Yeah, well,
Look,
you're
I
supposed to
think-
enjoy playing the video
Soul,
game.
Soul, there is you have to strike a balance between how the look it has and the vibe it's supposed to give off. You can make something that is gross, but it can still look good stylistically and
Well, the
artistically.
second one isn't it.
Netherrack can fit the vibe, but it does not look good stylistically. The old Netherrack texture.
Well, the
it-
new one just looks like bullshit. It looks
Why?
like
It looks like flesh. It looks like chunks of flesh.
It doesn't look like flesh. What do you mean? It looks like potatoes. It looks like beans.
Have you ever seen
like
a chunk of flesh?
The infinite pocket bean dimension is where I'm entering.
Like
That's
Instead
what
of
your
the fucking
flesh looks
Netherlands.
like.
I think
That's what your
No,
flesh
I'm
just looks like the beans.
I don't know. I've
think
I've seen
I'm gonna- I
I've seen
think-
House MD. I think I know a thing or two.
Sure, man. But I think like so assuming okay, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna go like full out nerd on this. So assuming that like based on like how Netherrack sounds, how Netherrack functions, I think it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be kind of like a squishy stone. Like it's supposed to have some sort like it's obviously structural enough to make up most of the Nether and to not have things just like walk on it and it like breaks or something. The sounds that it makes can be kind of they sound somewhat like natural sounding, like they sound somewhat organic. And that kind of stuff. It's not fully into the realm of like being like stone, but it's still you can still smelt it into bricks. Like you can still like compress it into a more solid building material. And I think for that purpose, I think the new Netherrack serves that a bit better because it looks like something that would be that is solid but would still be squishy. It looks vaguely organic, but you could still see it as like a very hard stone thing that isn't that easy to break. You might be able to rip it apart with your hands, but that would not be the easiest task. The new texture gives on that vibe for me in a way that the old one really doesn't. The old one looks almost like rough. It looks too messy. It looks too rough. It looks like I would fall down and scrape myself in 15 different ways. Like it doesn't look like how I think the vibe of Netherrack should be.
All right. Well, let me put something
I
into
agree with
perspective,
Amber
okay?
in this situation.
Oh,
So you
set
just
the
did
line.
the river line.
Yeah, I set the line.
Thing.
Okay.
So-
So we're just
So-
stealing lines now. Good to know.
I've always been. I'm just kidding.
Always has been.
When you stole your from me, I had to do that to you.
That was a long time ago, my dude.
Yeah, fuck you. I still hate you. Just kidding. Love you, fuck that, buddy. Anyways, I honestly have to give my brutal, most honest response yet. We need to make a YouTube video about this, guys. It's called I apologize, and then I'm like I have like sad tears coming down my eyes, and I have a puppy in my hand.
Yeah, but
So-
yeah, you have your ukulele.
So, I just want to say that I've listened to all the criticism and all the critiques, and I've thought long and hard about making this response. And I just want to say I deeply apologize for my words and my actions against the new netherrack texture.
Thank you.
I've said a lot of nasty things about it, like how it looked like beans, and how it looked like ruby red potatoes, and how the old netherrack texture was better. I am a little mixed on the situation now, having reflected on myself a bit, going on a stroll while playing Pokemon Go. Um, and I have to say that I think the new netherrack is kind of growing on me. I still prefer the more retro style of the old netherrack, but I'm not gonna say that it is infinitely or majorly worse than what we got for the new netherrack, as I feel like, as much as I hate to admit it, it's if it's better for the story. And so all I'm gonna say to finalize this video is fuck you, fuck you, gravel, piece of shit. Fuck you, gravel. I'm gonna build a house in the end to spite you. Fuck you, gravel, piece of shit. Block. It gives you a very small
I'm
chance
sorry,
to give
build
you
a house in
flint.
the end.
Yeah, fuck gravel. That's the only place that gravel doesn't spawn in.
Wait, that's
You know
really
how many
funny.
times
Guess
I've
where I'm at right
suffocated in
now.
gravel? Yeah.
I love that. It's like, oh wow, that's very funny. Very
Yeah,
matter
I
of fact.
hate-
I appreciate it.
I hate the gravel. I hate the gravel can suck a million diamond shovels and netherite shovels with the
Why
maximum
are
amount
you
of
wasting
efficiency.
diamond shovels on whatever?
It can die. It can rot. I hate gravel so much. It has suffocated me so many times.
Skill issue.
I will never forgive it.
Yeah, no, that's just a skill issue.
Yeah, that's
You know
your
what?
problem.
That's it. I'm waging a war against it. I'm
That's
waging
nice. That's nice.
that gravel.
Okay.
Gravel
That's
is
good
happy.
for you, sweetie.
gravel. Yeah, I need everybody right now. Comment in the put in the comments hashtag fuck gravel. We need to
I
get
am
this
not doing
movement
that.
going. You need to. We need to right now, guys. If I need you to subscribe, so we can say fuck gravel. Have Mojang remove it completely. It is the worst block objectively in the video
I think
game.
that's a you problem. Like literally all of that.
Nuh-uh. Nope. Fake news.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. I also
Anyway.
found out from the history section when I scrolled down on Netherrack that there was a new Nintendo 3DS version of Minecraft.
Yeah, there was. Of course there was.
I didn't know that, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
Me-
sense. It's one of the lesser known.
I only knew that Terraria was on the 3DS. So that's my
Minecraft's
extent
in
of
like
knowledge.
everything. In
Yeah,
every
I mean,
single-
but like, the 3DS is an
I'm pretty
interesting
sure-
thing. Like, I like how it's specifically the new Nintendo 3DS. Like, cause like the 3DS can do 3D, but like, Minecraft seems like infinite world generation, unless they did the old mobile thing where it was limited size worlds.
Yeah, they did. Same with the
um,
Wii U, actually. The Wii U also could not handle infinite world generation.
Makes sense. But yeah, so I mean, wasn't Wii U part of essentially one of the like legacy console ones where legacy console kind of also did that just generally.
Yeah, but it was my childhood version of Minecraft, so I love it. Like it was the Minecraft that I grew up with. Very cool. I know.
Fair enough. Yeah, I did. My version of Minecraft that I grew up with was mobile, and then I started playing it on my mom's laptop.
I never started playing Minecraft on anywhere but like I guess the Switch. Like it was just me and my sister and me and our one Minecraft world that we infinitely added random shit to forever.
Fair enough. Well, fun discussion.
And it was beautiful, man.
It
It was beautiful.
I'm glad we all got our
Yes!
heated discussions of Minecraft blocks out of the way.
To answer your question, Amber,
Mhm.
about the biggest mod pack in my thing. Are we including quality of life things like dynamic lights?
No.
No, like content mod.
Yeah, content wise.
Um. Um.
Also, I like how you say
Wasteland.
Waystones. I'll consider that I'll consider that a light content mod because it adds actual blocks and items.
So yeah, Waystones is the quote unquote biggest thing that I have.
That
You have
is,
create.
And
Why are you not just saying that?
create is like massive. Well, how is that not bigger than Waystones?
Yeah.
because I don't have create in this pack.
Oh.
Oh, are you doing a different one than the one that you were talking about the other day?
I have different mod packs. The one that I'm currently on, the mod pack that I'm referencing is the mod pack that I'm playing right now, which is a custom one called Fabric Fun.
Oh, it's on Fabric.
Fabric. Ew.
The
I
biggest
don't understand
one.
this joke because I only play Bedrock.
It's fine.
To
Okay,
give you
I believe you.
To give you the Cliff's notes,
Thank you.
There's a few different versions of mod launchers that are out there, but the main two that matter or that like people care about is Forge and Fabric. Forge has existed for a really long time. It's been like the default one. But Fabric came along later as essentially just a more lightweight option. However, they are not compatible with each other, so a mod that is made for Forge doesn't work on Fabric and vice versa. So sometimes mods are available on one, sometimes they're available on both. It kind of depends on the mod developer and their own preferences. I don't know how easy it is to switch between the two, but that's kind of your rundown on the idea.
It is not. As somebody who has tried Fabric modding and then switching over to Forge modding, it is fucking difficult. So, yeah, it is not easy.
I don't know. It's not that bad. I mean, like when I first made a Fabric mod thing for, I believe it was Cobblemon.
Also, hang on,
say,
wait.
I'm
gonna. What kind of fucking mods do you have there to have Waystones be your biggest one? Because I just checked my copy of Waystones. Granted, it is Forge, but I can't imagine that the size difference is too much, and it's only 477 kilobytes. That is not that big.
Yeah, no, mine is about the same for that. Actually, hang on.
Even I could download that on my computer. Maybe.
How is that?
Maybe, probably not.
Maybe.
Do you have mods that you have like 20 mods that add one item? What do you...
No. I have a bunch of, like I said before, it's a bunch of like optimization shits. So I have, most of it is literally just optimization for the sake of making my game more making my game bearable even.
Damn, I fucking hate Minecraft.
River. Wait, you know what, River?
Yeah.
Do we include Plasma Voice? Because we never really got that to work.
We never even tried it.
No, because we don't have the right setup or anything. So, like, if anything, I probably would say we shouldn't count that, even though it's 11 megabytes.
Hang on.
But
There, okay, Amber, let me.
Megabytes, yeah, 11.
Alright.
For the voice thing?
For the voice thing, yeah, Plasma Voice is 11. But the runner-up would be Genshin Instruments. Actually, no, even more instruments. And then the dependency, Genshin Instruments, is number 3.
Wait, hold on. Are you referencing ours or?
Yes, ours.
Oh, ours probably. Yeah, the biggest one for ours is probably
It's Plasma Voice, but the runner-ups are the instrument ones.
Plasma Voice, Genshin Instruments, even more instruments.
I think even more instruments is more.
There's something very funny to me how that in order to make an instrument mod, they worked off the backbone of a Genshin Impact instrument mod.
Yeah, it's really funny. And when we were trying to load up the thing, I just downloaded even more instruments, and they were like, "Need dependency Genshin instruments," and I'm like, "What? Really? That's a what?" And so I went back
You
and
know
I
what's
saw,
funny?
in the description.
I've actually
yeah.
heard of that mod before because I remember searching up the Genshin to see to see what mods would pop up.
Yeah, and if you guys ever like download it besides River, because like me and her, we have it. It's basically like playing instruments in
I imagine it is the exact same way as playing instruments in Genshin, which I have done before.
I think I was gonna say Core Keeper, but
they're
Goat
very,
mention.
Oh yeah,
they're very similar.
yeah.
I don't know what that
layout
is.
I imagine it's similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the layout is very
as the
similar.
resident, as the
Sophia,
resident,
because you don't know, it. Just imagine like the best game of your life. Yeah, that's kind of it.
I have to agree.
You can't say that to Fia because she will imagine Splatoon.
I won't.
That's
Splatoon
true.
has a multitude of issues. Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah,
then.
but like imagine Splatoon without those issues. Wouldn't that be your favorite
Okay.
game of all time?
Yeah, that's quirky.
Maybe. Honestly, I'm not good at. I suck at Splatoon.
Wow,
Absolutely
this is-
dog
this
shit
is
at the
like,
game.
This is like heartbreaking for all the Fia fans out there.
No, I have no fans.
Yeah,
What
you
am
do.
I,
Look at the
Top
camera.
Look at the camera. Where's the?
You guys are my friends.
yeah.
I can be both.
You're not.
And there's
Fans.
fans.
I don't
we
think
got
that
fa- We
counts.
got all of
Come
us got
on,
fans.
What? I'm in your corner rooting for you. Doesn't that count for anything?
Oh no, I just didn't think of it like that because like it's like oh, like I've always like been like oh there's a difference, you know, like. Does that make sense? I mean, I appreciate the sentiment.
Oh, I was about to put that, but I realized I can't.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But
River.
But anyways, I am actually Splatoon as a game, like playing it. I'm more of a like. There are. That's really it's difficult because like it has. I know you guys are going to make fun of me for this, but there are like. It's a very when it comes to gameplay, like it's pretty diverse depending on like relatively compared to what you'd expect compared like depending on what you're talking about, you know.
I imagine it's like because it has like, because it has a lot of like single player campaigns and then online modes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done. I mean, actually, now that that's been brought up, I'm curious. What is your favorite game gameplay wise?
Oh come on! You're putting me on the spot like
All
that.
of us?
Sure.
All of us
everyone
or just
can
Fia?
answer. Everyone can answer. but I'm
Yeah. You
curious
guys go
about Fia.
first. I have to think about this.
Gameplay wise.
Yeah. Like the. Most
I
fun
have to say
say.
Terraria. I have to say Terraria.
Fair enough.
It's like.
And
the
literally
gameplay
nobody
with
was
Terraria is
surprised.
insane. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm basic, but it's a
Well,
basic.
wait, hold on. Are mods allowed?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
No, I don't think
But I
so.
think-
Oh, no?
I think,
Okay,
like-
I mean,
okay,
I'm
I'm
still
gonna-
saying Terraria.
I mean, I think like.
I mean, Amber came up with this theoretical, so it's her call.
I think I'm not counting mods because that's like I'm going purely based off the game itself, and this includes like only things that the developers has made for it, because when like the community can make a bunch of like fixes and stuff, but that's not the original game itself. Or I'm talking just base game. No.
Okay, well, what if the
Okay,
base game
yeah,
includes?
Terraria.
Well, what if it includes like Steam Workshop?
Steam Workshop, that's
No,
also
'cause
modded.
I still don't think that
That's
counts
still, that's
personally,
still modded
but
content. That's like literally the exact same thing. Workshop doesn't count either. You can what I will allow is you can factor in mod compatibility, but you can't factor in the mods themselves. If mod compatibility is a desired part of like gameplay for you, which theoretically it wouldn't add a lot, but if it does matter to you, then you can add that into your rating. But the mods themselves cannot.
In that case, my answer would have to be Sonic Mania, simply because it is just an amazing take on the retro games, and also the mod compatibility is fucking amazing. So,
Is it like cosmetic mods, or is there like levels?
oh no, it's not just cosmetic mods. Like, I was gonna say Sonic Mania, but then I'm thinking about Sonic 3 Air, which is supposed to be like basically just Sonic 3 with a bunch of quality of life changes. And both games have great mod compatibility. And
now I'm wondering how heavily is mod support like factoring into your consideration here.
Quite a bit, actually.
I think
Okay,
I'm just like
okay.
thinking about like I don't even think that that's it. I think okay, River. Let me think. Are you just thinking about like how I feel like wow, but like you're not allowed to play the mods in this theoretical.
Like this,
No, I know. But mod compatibility, like you're giving me the option for mod compatibility.
I'm gonna.
But like you can't use any of it. You can't use that.
Okay, hang on. Stop with this discussion. I'm gonna rephrase my question because this is making me realize something. I think that if we're not counting mods, then we can't have you factor in mod compatibility, because having compatibility for mods is not a gameplay feature. So if you have compatibility but don't have the mods, then there's no point. So just give me no mods, don't factor in modding compatibility, the funnest game gameplay wise.
Most fun, not funnest.
Whatever, you get the point.
I'm a bitch about that. So.
Hey, this is your yin to earlier when you were defending me for mispronouncing that one guy's last name.
Padilla.
I don't even know that guy either, so I probably wouldn't have pronounced it right.
I don't know. My all-time favorite game?
Gameplay wise. We're not talking about like
gameplay
every factor,
wise.
we're just talking about how fun it is to play.
Gameplay wise, I'm gonna have to be biased mostly because I love
that is the
the
point of
Sonic
this
series.
question.
Yeah, this is bias is opinion, and this is a question about your opinion.
I love the Sonic series a lot, and gameplay wise, I think gameplay wise, actually, not even within the Sonic series, is a Cuphead.
That's a good choice.
Cuphead will always pose like the cool thing about that game is that it's hard as nails, but it will never put you in a impossible position. So as long as you have a place to land, or as long as you have a moment to shoot, it will provide that for you, and it will cut you the tiniest bit of slack. And if you mess up, that's kind of entirely your fault, because it is a game that revolves around skill and learning patterns and stuff. So, gameplay-wise, I would have to say Cuphead is my favorite.
Fair enough. Welcome. Oh, Soul, did you get back or something? Soul?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound a little down there. You doing good?
I I don't know. I guess my dad scared my manager at my work, and it was like, I'm Soul's dad, and it's like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Like,
I don't know why he would do that, but I guess that's not.
I guess they were shopping, and then he decided to act like he fucking owns the place, but he did it at my last work, and I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know. It
River, not the
River.
time. Not the time.
You
God.
fucking
What happened?
dick. You fucking...
I can't. I don't know if this is actually what happened, but it sounded like you ripped one on the mic.
No, I
What it
was trying to. I'm sorry. I was trying to suppress a burp.
Oh, never mind.
No.
It's same shit, different toilet, really.
Well, same shit, different hole. That's what I would have said, but
That's not the phrase, though.
it's not the phrase, but it would have made more sense.
I guess so. Anyway, Soul, did you were here for my
Uh-huh.
question, right?
I think I was not here because my
Okay.
dad called me over and told me that, and I was like, okay, dude, like, why are you doing that at my work? That's, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, fair enough.
But what was your question?
Hey,
uh,
at least if something bad happens, you can blame it on him.
I guess, but I'm more of a self-blamer.
Okay, well-
That's
You shouldn't.
That's
That,
just
that,
who-
that- yeah,
As-
okay, that's the thing.
you gotta.
You know what?
you gotta
Let's
work on
put
it.
this for later.
Yeah, this is
Well,
not
let's,
the combo.
let's-
I need
let
I
me,
need to hear Amber's question.
Yeah, you,
Amber,
okay, so
I
my
I
question
got
was,
to hear your question.
My question was, I posed this question to Fia initially, but then I posed to the whole group. What is your favorite game, gameplay wise? Not ignoring like any other aspect, the funnest game to you to just
Most
play.
fun.
I'm ignoring you.
Don't.
Fuck, that's difficult. Um, I'm torn on like 3 games off the top of my head. There's like competitive Pokemon. There's the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game,
Okay.
and then there's Plants vs Zombies: Garden Warfare 2.
Yes, sir. That's what we like to hear.
And I want to explain why I'm torn on these 3. They're gonna be brief. So, like, SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game. Gameplay, you're going through each level besides like the boss fights are a linear level that you go through obstacles and stuff. But like gameplay wise, oh my god. From jumping around in the floating block challenges as Patrick Star to battling in an arena mini game with SpongeBob, the SpongeBob mini games, which are the SpongeBall mini games, which are really fun and like they're really hard to traverse, but they're really fun. And then just like the linear gameplay in general, where each level has something of their own, because each level you gain a new skill, and usually that's the usual trope of it. But for me, it's like SpongeBob learns how to use his karate hands and can fucking TKO a bitch with an uppercut in order to like knock platforms into a 180 degree in order to extend them to get to a different part of an area. To Patrick learning how to throw shit like watermelons and fucking knocked out enemies or like paralyzed enemies. To SpongeBob literally using a fucking guitar as like a ranged projectile that you get to fly with. It looked kind of like a fucking like a remote controlled rocket. like Fortnite, with the fucking the guided missile launcher, kind of like that, but like but you had like this fucking like guitar range shit to like Patrick being able to body slam a bitch and fucking immediately obliterate them, and each level was just so fucking like awesome and spread out. I said this was gonna be brief, but this is like the one game I'm like super passionate about. For other aspects, of course, but the gameplay is just as nice. Like each level, I mean, if you're looking at it like in comparison to the actual movie, there's like places that are like kind of developed like what did the entirety of the trench look like when SpongeBob and Patrick put on or had the kelp mustaches to to basically like boost their confidence from Mindy. What did what did like the inside of the shop look like with a full like area when you be sliding with the fucking with the clam fucking boogie board, or
I'm gonna.
like what was the
I'm going to take this moment to remind you that this is only about gameplay, not visuals, not story, not anything else.
my bad, but
That's what this question is about.
oh, my bad, but I'm sorry, I just am really passionate about this one. Um, but gameplay, but bringing it back to gameplay wise, the UI for like getting your upgrades is really nice.
Bringing
It's
it
kind
back
of
to gameplay, and then you list a graphical aspect
it's
of the
part
game.
of it. No, but like it's okay. Well,
Look, I get.
oh okay.
I think I get where you're coming from, but it's not really like a good UI is like, you know, obviously very good for smooth gameplay. If that's what you're referring to, then yes, but stylistically is like most aspects of UI are more graphical stylistic. So
Well, I
if you're
mean,
talking
like,
about
the
like
way it was
smooth
structured,
menus,
too.
very easy to like kind of navigate and makes gameplay more fluid. Is that what kind of you're saying?
that's kind of what I was saying. I was gonna like go off on a tangent a bit, but that is like in the actual game, the menus, they move really nicely. The I'm trying to think of like how to describe the gameplay because it was a really fun game to play. Just
This
like
is
beating the shit out
what
of
game is
these
this?
fat
The SpongeBob
motherfuckers
the
with bucket heads.
SpongeBob the
SpongeBob SquarePants
SquarePants.
movie video game. You
I'm
just
gonna.
like you're walking around as SpongeBob. Like the movements on each and every like the way you move, it like it has this weird camera angle thingy that's going on where like you're not exactly like gonna lose yourself on where you are, and it's just kind of like a little bit of a marvel in the eyes. Like walking around is fun. The attacks they're easy. They're nice, and you're just going through the motions of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but like with extended parts of it, you know, to create gameplay. But I don't know. It's
I'm
just
looking at the description on Wikipedia, and it essentially describes itself as an action adventure platformer. So.
Ow.
yeah,
Ow.
it's really cool. There actually is a mechanic that SpongeBob can do where he has to like wall jump in order to like get up to certain places or like to go forward in places that don't have like a platform that acts like a floor. But what he does is that he just like he literally flings himself and he goes face first onto the platforms and it creates a suction sound. It's really fun, but like the wall jumping is so nice too. I remember as a kid going through the what was it? It was the trench fucking level. Now that we're men, there's like a specific like platform jumpy thing that you have to do two times. One like near the beginning of the level where you're like going over like a little ambush site where if you fall in then you get ambushed by enemies and you have to beat them down. And then there's another one that is at like in the middle of the game when you enter the big giant mouth of the monster you're playing in until you get to like where all the fucking bouncy shits are. um where you're going over like this vat of lava. And overall, like most of like the mechanics and the gimmicks are really they're really fun. They're not just like visually, but like they just feel nice. And but honestly, it really does come together from like the sound engineering, the like how funny SpongeBob looks when he's fucking like all when he's like doing his fucking turn. Um, like I just love this game so much, and it's so cool, and it was so fun to play, not just from like a visual thing, but it felt nice to play too. I'm gonna speedrun the next two because I spent too long on the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game because it's such a funny game. All right, PvZ2 Garden Warfare. But PvZ Garden Warfare 2. My bad. Um, it's just a really fun shooter that uses the PvZ characters. The 8 classes from the last game brings 3 new ones. The fucking from the imp using a mech to the to super brains just punching bitches. Um, you know, corn husk hops. Those are fun, and turning your opponents into goats. Not to mention they kept the variants and they put more of them in there. Electro P, funny ass gimmick, same thing as Captain Cannonball. I think that's what his name is, right? Cannonbeard. Where they have the projectile that you can like detonate in the middle of its like through the air. Um, but like that's a cool mechanic. I'm always in love playing um like Toxic P, like the toxic classes. Oh my god. It keeps the continuity with all the classes from the last game, but it just adds more. Like the legendary modes, oh my god, those are so fun. I think my favorite one has to be um it either has to be like the Scallywag Imps one or Toxic Brains. Um because Toxic Brains is just oh my god, you become this big glowing green fucking puncher.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
But then you get Scallywag Imp too. And Scallywag Imp is so fun in his legendary mode. Um, honorable mention to Commando Corn, even though I never got Commando Corn myself, but I did play it every now and then when they had like the random classes game modes in the town hall. Um, but and that's the thing also is like who doesn't love team deathmatch? Who doesn't love, turf wars? Who doesn't I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love Gnome Bomb. I played it a shit ton in the first game.
As you
The
say.
second game,
Ow.
it's so fun. Turf Takeover, my bad. I was trying to remember. But overall, it's just a really fun shooter with a bunch of with a bunch of different characters that do a bunch of different things. I don't think anybody is truly overpowering each other, but as a group, I think the zombies. I think the zombies. I think the zombies.
You're funny.
I think the
You're
zombies.
funny.
Okay,
You're funny.
I think the zombies overall are a little bit better than the plants. I'm saying as a group.
Yeah, are you doing
I think
okay over
overall.
there?
No. My head
Alright.
hurts, so I have my head on the table because
Maybe you should go and focus on your health instead of being.
but I need to tell you my favorite gameplay.
Okay, do that now so
Alright.
you can
My
focus.
funnest.
Oh, whatever.
I forgot my third
Sorry,
one.
it's
Wait, hold on. What did I say?
blame anybody. Blame my mom. She's the one
Wasn't it
who.
Fortnite?
What?
Fia,
No, it's
give you
probably
an
Ghost Trick Phantom Detective.
Fair enough.
SpongeBob video game. Garden Warfare 2. Fuck,
It
what else did I
combines-
say?
Kids Next Door and the GBA.
Oh yeah, and Pokemon competitive. That's what I said. The
Yeah.
third one was Pokemon
I
competitive.
think if
Do I even
anyone's
need to
no,
explain?
I was about to say. I think if anyone's like been around you for more than 5 seconds, they know why.
Like, from the complexity to how to build a team to begin with, or actually, I'll start from the simplicity of just picking the Pokemon you like and putting them in a team with moves that are okay, to learning about the complexities of type advantages and some of the moves that override them. Um, some of like the secondary effects of moves that ultimately will be better than moves that might be stronger in base power but don't have a secondary move. The opposite of that version, depending on the Pokemon you're looking at. Type matchups, flinching, critical hits, luck. Like, the gameplay is so annoying, but it's endlessly repeatable. It's endlessly, like, replayable. And it is probably. It's definitely like. Actually, I'm gonna have to say that, like, in terms of gameplay, Pokemon Competitive is probably my favorite. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Pokemon Competitive is my favorite. It makes me think so much and overthink, and then it's so fucking funny when I overthink or underthink what the opponent is doing, and then we end up both fucking like killing each other's Pokemon at the same time, or not doing shit, and stalling. It's such a weird format of how to play the game. Most people play the story, most people shiny hunt, most people just collect like a shit ton of their favorite Pokemon because it's like the best, which all are valid ways to play it. Me personally, I love shiny hunting. It's like one of my favorite things to do when I'm out and about in Pokemon Go. But competitive Pokemon, like on Pokemon Showdown, and every now and then before I moved from San Diego, when I would play a little bit on my friend's Switches back in high school. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Can you blame me when I say that Pokemon Competitive has the most has like the more like a complicated, hard to understand, but easy to understand and most fun gameplay I think I've ever had in my life? If not, I understand. It's not for everybody. Like, it's not for a lot of people actually, because people actually have lives. But
Fair
for
enough.
me, it is it is such a great it's such a great like format of the Pokemon game, of the Pokemon franchise. Competitive live. Please use Choice Specs Poliwag on a rain team. It would be so funny to hydro pump anything and kill it. It works. Trust me, I'm an expert.
That's awesome. I'm going to. I don't know if you have more to say beyond that, but I'm going to stop you anyway because we are. I don't know how much time over time, and I still have to give my answer.
Oh, are we
Shoot.
getting into overtime already?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know how
Oh.
much. I don't know. The recording did stop because OBS crashed at some point, but when I looked at the video file, it was about 33-ish minutes, and the current recording time is an hour 40. So we're getting a bit into overtime. So I'm gonna stop you there.
When you're done explaining, I think I'm going to head out because I am. My head hurts.
Yeah, you rest your head there.
What is it? Tell me.
What is it? Oh, I had a few answers. This is gonna. That's why.
Oh,
I
no. I'm
That's
joking.
you.
You go for it.
you can
Oh, thank you.
watch the podcast later to get the answers. You should rest because I have things to say.
Yeah.
But
Let you go on.
so I will start my explanation anyway. So I have a few. I will start by giving an honorable mention to Terraria. I don't think it is my all-time favorite,
Yay!
but there is I can't like if it was not at least up there, I wouldn't have played almost 3,000 hours of it on Steam. So that is in case you're curious, currently my time on Steam is 2,978.9 hours.
Terra Bros,
Jesus.
you win today.
That damn.
Fia, go rest.
Ah, fine. Blurble, 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 blurble. Goodbye, friends.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, Thea. Rest
Bye.
well.
See ya.
You get better.
All right. So that's my honorable mention. I don't think it's the most fun game I've ever played, but it's definitely up there. Then okay. I have some categories that I like that I don't worry, I'm not gonna list like a whole category. I will try to give a specific game. The first category that I'm going to list is fighting games. I play a lot of fighting games. I currently own 39 on Steam. And actually, you know, I'm curious. What is your okay, this is gonna sound like an unfair question because none of you really have an idea of the fighting games I play. But what do you guys think is my favorite fighting game that I pick out of the bunch?
Trying to remember the name of it.
Is this gonna be a like trick question or?
Okay. I'll say this much. It's not something that's like niche as far as like I'm not gonna pull. Oh, my favorite fighting game is DF Duel out of my ass or something. My favorite fighting game is Melty Blood Actress Again Current Code or something. Like it's not gonna be something that you've probably never heard of. Though it's not. I don't think I'm not entirely sure if you'll guess it still though.
I don't think I will.
Among Us Arena. No.
I have that game. It is fun, but it's not my favorite.
I'm gonna put my money on. Can I say two answers?
Okay, you sure?
It's either Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear. And if it's neither, I will rip my head off.
It's neither. So get to.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not
Blaze
showing
Blue
up
is
next
fun.
week.
I will. So Guilty Gear is my first. Well, actually, before I say anything, Soul, you give your guess.
I was gonna say Rivals of Aether.
Good guess. Though, I'll be honest. A lot of my playtime in Rivals of Aether comes from playing Workshop. So,
I have a guess.
yeah. What's your guess?
My guess is Framemakers.
Nope.
Injustice.
Oh God. I've never. I've never played Injustice, but hearing tales about Injustice, specifically Injustice 1, is always like, God, why did they put that in a fighting game? People played this for money. You ever heard about the dumpster?
I know you have. I don't know if you have played this yet.
Mortal Kombat. Anyway.
I know it's not close combat, but I just wanted to say, hey, close combat is a thing. You should play it.
I've actually talked about this with Adam. I have played close combat with Adam, and honestly, right now it's too rough for me to like it a lot. It's in its early stages, and there's some jank with it. I had a problem where when I was playing with Adam, where I literally, for some reason with my controller, the game wouldn't let me hold a down left position. I could do down right, but it for some reason wouldn't let me down left, which means I couldn't crouch block if I was on the left side. Which is kind of a detriment, and it was kind of awkward. But it was, yeah, it kind of, or it was something to that effect where like I couldn't like down forward or down back or something, but that messed me up sometimes. Or no, the issue wasn't with blocking. I could down back, but for some reason I couldn't if I held down and hit attack, it would do my crouching attack. If I hit down back and hit attack, it would do nothing. I'm supposed to be able to crouch attack when holding down back because I'm still crouching, but it just didn't do anything. And that was fucking me up because I was trying to do things out of block, but so it was not that. And to stop being so verbose, I'll give you the answer, and the answer is Toho 15.5.
Really? That's your favorite?
Yeah, Antinomy of Common Flowers. And the reason why it's my favorite is because its gameplay is the most unique that I've really come across.
That's the one where you can fly, right?
Yeah, it's the aerial fighter where you have the option, instead of jumping per se, you can either float up or float down. It is the gameplay of it, I like it a lot because of how unique it is. And I don't play it. I haven't played it much, but it is I would consider it my favorite fighting game. And like there's some other, like, your guess of Guilty Gear and BlazBlue. I'm genuinely surprised none of you guessed Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. But
that's the thing I guessed. What?
you guessed BlazBlue and Guilty Gear.
Well, yeah, BlazBlue is in the fighting game BlazBlue, right?
Why
would I just say
Grand Blue? That's different from BlazBlue.
Oh.
BlazBlue
Sorry,
BlazBlue is only
both have
fighting.
blue in the name. Sorry.
Fair enough.
It's some blue shit.
Some blue game.
Something blue. But
Me when I blew Abba die. I don't know. I've never played the game.
But yeah, so Guilty Gear, Grand Blue, and funnily enough, BlazBlue. I do like Strive and Versus Rising. They are both very fun, and I would consider them my kind of main fighting games that I play. And like I think they're on par because while they're, you know, traditional, and that's not a knock against them, Antinomy of Common Flowers being unique is more a thing of like going past the expectations rather than, you know, meeting them, which the others do, which is not a bad thing. A game being as everything else is not a bad thing, and you know, those two are fun because I know how to play them. I know how to do combos. I am not that familiar with combos in Antinomy of Common Flowers because I have a lot less playtime on it, and it's also a lot harder to find people to play it with. Because online, what's that? But
Online, what's that? No, I fucking feel that because I play a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters, and it's so very much a case of like, it's a lot more fun to play when you're like with somebody, but the moment you go online, you're gonna get your shit wrecked, and it's.
It's not even that. It's not the fact that if I go online, it's I get my shit wrecked. It's the fact that I don't even think this game really supports online, and even if it did, no one's there.
No one's there. It's a bot.
This game came out 2018,
Ghost Town,
and it's already a niche fighting game in a niche series. So, and also if you're playing a Toho fighting game, you're probably playing 12.3. Which is the most popular Toho fighting game, Haisatsu Soku. So, but yeah, that's. I'll end it off there. That is my favorite. I do like Versus Rising and Strive. Those two are fun, but my favorite would have to be 15.5. Then to give Rivers playing Yomi Hustle right now. Funny. To give my next category of game, which is RPGs. I am a big fan of RPGs, okay, I'm going to give you a thing that you're probably thinking of, Gem. Undertale 2 is very fun. I don't think it's my single favorite.
Well, I was thinking of a different form of RPG.
Oh yeah, what were you?
I have one in mind, but
Yeah, like
I'm.
I was thinking the explosive type, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you two. I mean, you two have things on your mind. Give me the names. Your guesses.
What's the name of that one RPG?
I was thinking of the fucking that one Toho cooking game, the Misty Izakaya, I think it's called.
That is exactly what it's called. I don't know if I would consider that's more like a business sim. That's not really an RPG. I'm talking about like like how Undertale or Deltarune is an RPG. How like Final Fantasy or Trials of Mana or whatever is an RPG. Like those kind of RPGs. But what did you say your guess was, Jim? Like the one you were thinking of? Or you're thinking of
I
the
like
name?
the I like the guided missile. I think that's a pretty good RPG.
Familiar with
I'm
that one
kidding.
I am.
I'm kidding. Best RPG. I don't play a lot of RPGs. Is this like okay? What is this consisting of? Like gameplay, story, what?
That the the question
Does it just
was about
encompass it all?
gameplay. The question
You know,
the
it's just
initial question for
gameplay?
this was
Just
yeah, the initial
gameplay of an RPG.
yeah.
Oh.
Like, what aspect specifically of the RPG makes it stand out to you?
Uh,
Hmm?
gameplay of an RPG.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to ask that question?
What was you repeat
What?
the question?
What like aspect of the RPG stands out to you?
Battling. I mean,
Because
I don't
that
know what
battling's
else.
gonna be
I
the
don't know
one.
what other
Yeah.
part of the RPG would stand out to me.
I mean, River, you play Final Fantasy. You can just say Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah,
That's an
I'm one of the. I think I'm the biggest Final Fantasy nerd here.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can say that.
You could, but do you think I've played Final Fantasy? Good answer. But if you don't have guesses, I can let you know. All right. Should I take that as?
No, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. RPG is because I haven't played many, and I'm like stuck between saying like Deltarune or probably like, and I feel like I'd probably say Pokemon. I know it's basic, but I'd probably say Pokemon's my favorite RPG.
Wait, why are you saying your favorite? You're guessing mine.
Oh, we're guessing yours? I thought.
Yeah, that was the.
Wait, why am I guessing yours?
Because I'm going. I'm in the process of answering my question about like this whole conversation is based on the question that I asked of what's your favorite game gameplay wise.
Oh, I thought you switched over to RPGs and what's what are you?
Not gonna lie, I thought that's what happened too. I was like,
yeah,
I'm giving
huh?
okay,
Okay.
I was like, because my answer to the question is I have some in various categories that I'm not entirely sure about putting up against because for like I was saying for fighting games it's 15.5 and like I also am a big fan of RPGs, so like my favorite like RPG. I don't know if you have any guesses. If not, then I'll just say.
Your favorite RPG?
Yeah, purely gameplay wise.
isn't Toho a RPG?
Toho's a bullet.
No.
Bullet hell, but it has RPG elements.
Nope.
I think.
No.
RPG.
It
No?
does not. It's just a bullet hell.
I'm just gonna guess the only one we have in common. I guess is Undertale. Undertale 2, I guess.
You know what? I think that fits second, but not first.
I don't know. I give up.
The answer is Everhood.
I'm also giving up.
Ever heard?
Yeah, no, never would have guessed that in a million years.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
haven't played it,
Everhood.
so yeah, I wouldn't guess it either.
Everhood battles are really fun.
Yeah, but that's just rhythm games.
It's not. I guess
Is it?
it's kind
I
of.
don't fucking
It's
know.
kind of. I think it's like there are like it's not very traditional in the sense that of how an RPG is, but there is methods of like in there are ways to attack, kind of. It also depends on the part of the game you're playing. But I think like it is kind of a cop out answer. If I were to do like actual like RPG, it would be Undertale 2. Okay, if we count it, if you would consider this, if you would consider it counting for RPG section, which I wasn't sure enough to say. If you count it, then my favorite RPG would be Grand Blue Fantasy. Unsurprisingly. I do play a lot of my love for the game is the story, but I do find the actual RPG gameplay to be very fun. If you don't count it, then it's Everhood. If you don't count Everhood, then it's Undertale 2. It's in that order. It just depends on what you count. And then to stop talking so much, I'll give the last one that I have that doesn't fit into any particular game category, which I swear to God, I'm not biased towards this game series. It's Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Relink.
Sure.
Look.
Amber was in fact telling lies.
Look, I swear this game series just happens to coincide with like all of my favorite types of games. Well, I say that, but Relink is the only game of its type that I've played. Because Relink is an action RPG, which is it's not like a traditional like turn-based RPG. It's a 3D. You get on the battlefield and fight the thing however you want, kind of thing. And I have a lot of fun with this game. This game has so much content. This game has really fun battles. This game has a lot of characters to play as. One of them's Cagliostro, so I play her. And I love this game. And the best/worst part of it is that you can play with other people. And I say it's the best/worst part of it is because I don't have anyone to play it with. And I will not have anyone to play it with forever because it costs $60 and it's 90 gigabytes long.
My God.
This game is fucking massive. It was originally developed by Platinum, but then they kind of stopped and Cygames had to kind of pick up the rest of it. And it is so much fun, but I will never be able to get anyone to play this with me. You want to know the person that I did get to play this with?
Adam.
No. It was my ex.
Uh-oh.
That was the person I played this game with. And I don't anymore for very obvious reasons. This game, no one I know is going to spend the money on this, and no one I know is going to have the computer to run it or possibly download it. So I will forever be stuck.
Thank you for calling me out.
I'm calling everyone out. This game, this isn't a potato PC game, obviously, but this also isn't a 4-year-old average PC game either. It's possible you could. I have no bearing to test this because my PC is too good to test low-end rigs.
Okay.
I'm just saying the fact here.
My PC is too good.
My computer's not shitty enough, so.
I mean, it's true. I can't really give a stress test on it because I don't really have a lot of stress to test. But Yeah, I guess. Well, I can give the recommended specs. I guess. What is the? Let's see. Let's see. Recommended. Intel i7.
I'm out.
All right, that was quick. 16 gigabyte RAM memory, at least a 2080 graphics card.
Okay, 2080. No.
River, can you give me the cliff notes? Is that like NASA types of PC?
I'd no. It's like
That's the fucking minimum.
yeah. That's no. The minimum is 1060. The recommended is 2080.
Hang on. What's the minimum for processor?
i3 9100.
Oh, I can do that. I have an i5.
I should mention the minimum memory does not change from 16 gigabytes.
Oh, that's fine. I have 16.
Yeah, it's also yeah, storage 90 gigabytes available space.
I can do that. That's no biggie.
That's all great. Then you'd have to spend $60. That's the
Which
other
I'm not
half of
doing.
the-
So go fuck
yeah,
yourself.
that's the other half of the nobody is going to. I'm never going to find someone to play this with me. Part of this game, but
I can, but I don't want to spend the money on it. So
Sorry,
Yeah.
Amber. Your friend,
Yeah.
your friend with a bunch of brokies. Sorry.
yeah, I know. But yeah, this game is really
Maybe
fun.
Maybe consider making donations.
$60
can we make our own fighting game? Could we call it the Monkey Brains Brawlers or something?
a fighting game with 5 characters.
Sadly, I would probably not play.
Yeah. Dude, I got. Oh, actually, speaking of fighting games, this will take 5 seconds. Me and Adam are in the process of starting our own podcast about fighting games.
Oh shit.
There is no schedule for this. We're doing it whenever, so don't worry. It won't get in the way of this. Obviously it wouldn't, because Adam knows I do this and knows it exists. So it's not like it's gonna even if it was scheduled, it wouldn't get in the way. But that's something we're
Is
planning
this
on.
something that you're gonna do like every Sunday with him, or like?
No, we're,
No,
like I
no,
said,
no.
there's
She's
no
saying
schedule.
there's no
There's no-
schedule.
we'll just
They're
do it
just gonna
whenever.
do it whenever.
Oh, so
we're also planning on. We're also planning.
planning.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen whenever we get together and can do it. The premise
Whenever
is
you
just
both have free time, you're just like, all right, let's record.
yeah. The premise is we it's an hour 30 minutes. We play some fighting game and we talk about it. That's the idea. Also, we did record the first episode because we had trouble setting up what we want to do. But what we want to do is we want to live stream all our episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
So we'll be doing that. We've recorded the first episode. I'm just trying to get the shit set up and ready to stream. I had a problem where in order to live stream on YouTube, apparently you have to request to live stream. Like you have to put in a request. I'm sure it's like automated. You send a request. There's like something that looks over your channel, and if there's nothing that like invalidates you from streaming, they're like, yeah, sure, fine, go ahead. But then it was like, in order to send a request, you have to verify your phone number. Great, cool. Sure, whatever. I guess I have to do this. Go on, and it goes to my Google account, and it says you already have a phone number linked to this, verified with this account. And I'm like, great. Then let me send the request. So I have to deal with that. But yeah, that's happening. But yeah, to review.
We should really wrap up this episode.
Yeah. That's why I just said to review. I know that I'm getting too in depth here, but in review, favorite fighting game 15.5 Antinomy of Common Flowers. Favorite RPG, gameplay wise, I should mention gameplay wise. Favorite RPG Everhood, and miscellaneous category Granblue Fantasy Relink. Oh yeah, and if you count it, normal Grand Blue Fantasy for RPG, it's still up there anyway. That's my list. Thank you for watching. Sorry this episode got so long. Me and Soul just talked too damn much.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
we too.
Especially
we
me,
too
fuck SpongeBob SquarePants. Look, if you put the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game in front of me, I'm gonna fucking talk about it for a
Is
long
there
time.
is there not a shorter title for that?
No,
Okay.
because it's the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. It's a
Okay,
video
yeah, I
game.
get it. I get it.
So,
What?
buddy, I love you. If you talk any more about this game, I'm going to shove a sponge down your throat, probably. So,
I'm
like,
I'm gonna
Reverse sponge bath.
I'm gonna goofy your goober. I'm sorry. That did not come
Well,
out.
Let's
That did not come out menacing. That just sounded really pathetic. My bad.
well, let's not get too deep because we're really
Alright,
far over
yeah.
time. So
Yeah, we're
we're
overtime.
like-
We're getting paid for this, right?
we're like 40 minutes over. Welcome back to
Okay.
our old 3-hour episodes. But well, let's wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Everyone say bye bye. Bye bye.
Happy
Bye-bye.
birthday, everybody! Happy birthday! Bye
Thanks for
bye.
watching. Tune in next time for a shorter episode, hopefully.
Maybe
Oh,
Bye bye.
we won't promise that. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.